and welcome to the third meeting of the Budget Subcommittee on Economic Development, Tourism, and Environmental Protection. At this time, we'll ask the Secretary to call the roll, please.
Senator Smith, Senator Wheeler, Senator Yates, Representative Gooch, Representative King,
Present.
Representative Lehman,
Here.
Representative McPherson,
Here.
Representative Wesley, Representative Witten, here. Senator Mays Bledsoe, Senator McDaniel, Representative Bowling, Representative Bray, Representative Petrie, Senator Nunn, Chair Fugate.
I'm present. We don't have enough to approve the minutes, do we? All right, we don't have enough to approve the minutes. But we'll get started with the presentation today. I appreciate Commissioner Meyer from Kentucky State Parks being here with us at this time. And at this time, I ask you to raise your right hand. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. All right, thank you very much, and begin your testimony. Again, I appreciate all you all do, and I love the park system, and look forward to trying to get some more work done the best way we can. All right, floor is yours. Yeah, pull your mic up.
There we are. That better? Thank you, Chair, Senators, Representatives. We always appreciate the opportunity to come over and talk to this committee and any of you all personally about what is going on in parks, most importantly with our capital projects that you all so graciously have funded over the last few years. It's been exciting and extremely busy. We are accomplishing a tremendous amount and pecking away at these projects as we go. And as I'm going to show you here, a lot of exciting progress on these projects. And I also want to say anytime that you all have questions about parks in your region, parks anywhere in the state, we are happy to come over and meet with you and talk to you about those. Just get in touch with our Chief of Staff, Mona Jewett, as you know, and we'll proceed on those lines. But just want to thank you. As you'll see in our slide presentation today, we've made great strides moving forward with the funding for the betterment of our park operations. We've been working diligently with Finance Cabinet's Department of Engineering and Contract Administration by meeting bi-weekly to facilitate these projects. Scotty Baker and David Troutwine have been integral parts of that. David is out in the field working these projects. I want to thank those two gentlemen for all they do. Capital project breakdown reporting. You'll see a breakdown of HJR 76, HJR 56, and House Bill 6. We'll go more into detail on the progress of these projects later in the presentation. You should be seeing information from us regularly. We submit a quarterly project report on HJR 56 to the Interim Joint Committee on Appropriations and Revenue. That report includes the status of each project. We also submit a quarterly report to the Interim Joint Budget Review Subcommittee on Economic Development, Tourism, and Environmental Protection relating to House Bill 6. We appreciate that some of you have followed up with us on these detailed reports, and as I said earlier, questions are always welcome. Completed projects. There's a list of completed projects right here. And slide 3, 4, and 5, as you can see, campground bathhouse renovations. A list of projects there, broadband upgrades, life safety system upgrades, and that picture is the bathhouse at Blue Licks Battlefield. Playground upgrades, all of our playground upgrades. If you all receive our capital projects list. They're all completed, and we're getting great feedback from our customers out there at our parks. Door locking systems, beach refurbishment, building system repairs, golf course green conversions. We'll go into more on all these projects through this presentation, and the golf course bunker repairs. The first half of the presentation will focus on HJR 76 funding, focused on campground, utility, broadband, and structural updates and improvements. The projects funded from the $66 million require finance to administer. These projects typically require an RFP to allow for consultant selection, design process, and request for bids in the process. Campground bathhouse upgrades. Campground upgrades total $40 million. Kentucky State Parks consist of 30 campgrounds. $1.7 million in bathhouse renovations have been completed by Parks construction team at 12 state parks. Over $495,000 has been appropriated for remaining projects. Currently, 4 state park bathhouses are under construction. Campground upgrades west. As I've explained in the past, we broke down the $40 million. We took 20 to the west and 20 to the east, and broke it down that way. Campground projects in western Kentucky include campground redesigns, premium Lakeview campsites, camper cabin additions, and campground store and bathhouse replacement. $20 million has been appropriated for these campground projects in West Kentucky. We currently have 3 projects under construction, 1 project in design, and 9 projects that have initial site visits and assessments by consultants. Significant campground projects are taking place at Ken Lake State Resort Park that include major renovations to existing campground sites, as well as new premium Lakeview sites with full service connections, and new bathhouse, new camper cabin units will also be included in the renovation. The Corps of Engineers campgrounds require federal approval as well. Campground upgrades east. Campground projects in eastern Kentucky include installing new water and electric utility services and additional sewer services to campsites. Other improvements include campsite living spaces, paving of campground roads and site pads, and other ways to enhance guest experience. Our Eastern Kentucky State Park campgrounds, as I said, were appropriated $20 million for upgrades. Carter Caves Campground, Bathhouse, and Campground are currently under construction. That renovation includes the store being replaced. Major renovation to the campsite utilities is also a part of this project. Additionally, 4 of our state park campgrounds are in design. 1 has been awarded a contract, and 4, Blue Licks, Kincaid, Carr Creek, and Pine Mountain, have had initial site visits and assessments by the consultants. Cumberland Falls Clifty Bathhouse renovation, which is in design, includes ADA-approved restroom shower addition that will be built adjacent to the current bathhouse. And as I've said in the past, ADA is of utmost importance. It's at the top of our list in any of these projects that we're doing here in state parks. This is the rendering of the My Old Kentucky Home Campground. It is a 100% all new campground with electric utility, sewer hookups, and a new bathhouse. We had a site visit there and an actual meeting with DECA about 3 weeks ago on site, and that project is moving along. Started out slow, as a lot of our projects did with all the rain in the spring, but this is a $4 million project to build the actual new campground. The campground will include expanded, fully renovated 39 full-service campsites. These will include 8 pull-through sites. And the bathhouse is a 1,600 square foot brand new bathhouse. And this is top left, that's the bathhouse renovation. As you can see, the bottom left, that's one of our ADA sites, and the construction thereforth. We're a lot further along than this right here. I can tell you that from our visit 3 weeks ago. This is the Ken Lake rendering. You can also see here the rendering for the campground and renovations at Ken Lake. We made a site visit yesterday at Ken Lake Campground. This is going to be, I think, probably the prettiest campground in the state of Kentucky, if not in the entire region nationally. The lake view that you get at all of these sites going down to the water is just, it's remarkable. If you're a camper or you know people that are campers, they need to definitely put this one on their bucket list of camping. It's going to be a full service, first class campground. This is Ken Lake, and from our visit yesterday, we are a lot further along than this right here. On both of these wings, you're going to have 2 small bathhouses down on the lower fingers and a brand new bathhouse up top, as you can see that roof line. One on the left's the bathhouse. The center one is looking up from the lake. That would be on the right finger going down. And that on the right is just the utilities that are going in the ground. A lot of work. We wanted to show that picture because there's a lot of things that we put in the ground that we don't see, that we spend a lot of money on, and wanted to make sure you saw that. Greenbow and Blue Licks bathhouse renovations. These are our completed bathhouses at Greenbow Lake and Blue Licks Battlefield State Resort Parks. Carter Caves rendering. This is Carter Cave. This is the Carter Caves bathhouse. This is a rendering of what it is going to look like, and that's another one, in the east that is just a phenomenal site. And with these upgrades and improvements, it's going to be hard to get a campsite at these campgrounds when they open up. They're going to be extremely nice, first-class campgrounds. Carter Caves is currently undergoing a $3.8 million renovation to enhance our visitor experience and attract new travelers. The renovation includes the construction of a new campground store and bathhouse, additional sewer sites, updated electric and water lines throughout the campground. These improvements are designed to ensure that visitors have access to modern conveniences while enjoying the outdoors. The project is expected to be completed later this year, and I feel good about that, and that being on schedule and opened up for the new season next year. Utility improvements. Our utility improvements total $20 million. Kentucky State Parks is currently partnering with the Energy and Environment Cabinet on a federal matching grant project that totals almost $17 million. The amount includes $3.5 million match by Kentucky State Parks. The grant supports the replacement of primary electrical infrastructure at Ken Lake and Kentucky Dam Village State Resort Parks. The grid resilience project includes right-of-way clearing, pole and line replacement, and replacement of primary equipment and transformers. Kentucky State Parks owns the primary electrical infrastructure of 14 parks. The age and condition of these systems are no longer able to safely and reliably support the electrical systems for park operations. The parks have become important sheltering locations for many of Kentucky's citizens affected by natural disasters. The funding for replacing these systems must be raised to the highest priority for Kentucky State Parks to continue to serve for years to come. Wastewater collection system improvements. I want you to take a look at the details on the collection system's piping and sewer lift station repairs and upgrades to various state parks. $6.5 million has been appropriated for these projects. E.P. Tom Sawyer and Barren River Lake State Parks are priorities in the West Region. Natural Bridge and Cumberland Falls State Resort Parks are priorities in the East Region. The design process is underway with 3 of our state parks. Natural Bridge is under construction, while another is E.P. Tom Sawyer. It's out for bid. Broadband upgrades. The broadband upgrades total $6 million. The Department of Parks has established 15 projects for Wi-Fi at the campgrounds. The Commonwealth Office of Technology is the lead on these projects. Guest Wi-Fi projects at Carter Caves, Paintsville Lake, and Dale Hollow campgrounds have been completed. General Butler is under construction. All campgrounds have high-speed internet or will receive upgraded internet as a part of these projects. Parks is working closely with COT on every one of these projects. COT is working on the project schedule for the remaining campgrounds. COT is also working to accelerate the completion of the schedule by contracting the planning and design of each location to make them move faster. HJR 56. Now we will update you on the Department of Parks status of the $71 million for state park improvement projects in HJR 56, including building systems, accommodation, hospitality, and recreational amenities upgrades. Building system improvements. Parks currently has an active project in process to replace these failing systems that control the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning equipment in the lodge and parks. This project includes a review of all major HVAC equipment, and other critical climate control services. Other building systems improvement projects include the replacement of failing cooling towers, chillers, and other HVAC equipment. Some of those replacements include new chiller at Barren River, which we've discussed, and 2 new cooling towers at Jenny Wiley. Life safety upgrades. Parks is currently engaged in a life safety project centered around guest safety and security. This project includes replacing all guest rooms and primary lodge entrance access controls. New key cards and programming software will also be upgraded. $2 million was appropriated for those projects. All 18 state park lock system upgrades are complete. Park employees have commented positively about the improvements, which will help eliminate visitor complaints about room keys not working. Other life safety projects include updates and repair to fire sprinkler systems and major repairs to lodge elevators. The sprinkler system project at John James Audubon and the elevator upgrade project at Jenny Wiley and Dale Hollow Lake have been completed. Structural and safety repairs. $6.7 million has been appropriated for these projects. Currently, 5 projects are under construction: Pine Mountain Natural Bridge, Cumberland Falls, Lake Cumberland, and Dale Hollow. ADA mobility improvements and building systems. We've stressed an extreme importance on ADA in our projects, and they're first and foremost. $1.1 million has been appropriated for the Dale Hollow ADA accessible pedestrian bridge that leads to the lodge's upper rooms. This project is currently under contract. The $1.3 million EP Tom Sawyer pool repairs and recreation building upgrades are completed. The interior upgrades totaling $2.8 million at Lake Barkley are also under construction. Accommodations and hospitality upgrades. As you can see in the pictures, these are renderings of what our rooms will look like when we are done with these projects. $21 million has been appropriated towards accommodations and hospitality projects. These projects provide interior renovations and new furniture at those resort parks prioritized by our team. This includes lodge rooms, cottages, and guest common areas. Design is currently underway and regularly scheduled project meetings are being held on a weekly basis. This slide highlights furniture upgrades and mattress replacements at various state parks. To date, $1 million has been spent to replace mattresses at 5 resort parks and to replace furniture at 4 parks. General Butler and Village Green at Kentucky Dam Village received all new mattresses and wood furniture. Kentucky Dam Village, Ken Lake, and Carter Caves received all new mattresses. Kingdom Come State Park received new mattresses and furniture for the newly renovated cottage completed by our Parks Construction P9 crew. And that is one that I would urge you all to visit. We took a old, I guess, park manager house at the top of the mountain up there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful views, and you can now rent that, and it'll be a busy rental. So get your name in the hat on that one. Pool improvements and repairs and beach refurbishment. Looks like Barron River in the top picture, and that looks like Pennyrile in the bottom picture. Beautiful setting, beautiful beaches there that still attract a lot of people from all over. $12 million is dedicated to upgrade Kentucky State Park pools. Several park lodges and community pools were constructed in the 1960s and 70s. These structures need major improvements to offer our guests and local communities the expected experience. A consultant has been selected for pool projects and presented with a prioritized list of park pools to review. Currently, Lake Barkley's pool project is out to bid. Nearly $347,000 was dedicated to beach refurbishment to include sand replacement, beach amenities, and safety essentials. State park beaches are a major draw, allowing recreation and enjoyment for our guests. However, they have suffered from overuse and underinvestment. This project helps us restore them to a better, safer condition, enhancing all current operational beaches within the system. Dam safety. $5 million has been appropriated to Pennyrile Forest State Resort Park Dam. The dam is a priority for repair since it is failing. This design process is complete. This project is pending review by the Division of Water and the Corps of Engineers. The estimated construction start date is September of 2025. Playground upgrades. $1.2 million was dedicated to playground upgrades. As you can see, all 13 projects, and I discussed earlier, have been completed. There's a photo of our playgrounds. Carter Caves on the left, EP Tom on the right. And various parks, Jefferson Davis, Yatesville, Kentucky Dam, and Jenny Wiley. Very nice addition to our parks. Golf course improvements. $8.5 million has been dedicated to golf course improvements, including golf course irrigation replacement, Bermuda greens, conversions, and bunker repairs. Using Bermuda grass has a proven track record of reducing maintenance costs and improving playability. $2.6 million was used to repair bunkers and mitigate many earthwork slides that have developed at different locations. This project is critical to protect the existing investment made in park golf courses. FY 25-26 House Bill 6 line item appropriations. We currently have 9 projects in design, 3 line item projects out for bid, and 1 project under construction. Some of the projects include the following. Yatesville Lake State Park Marina replacement is currently in preliminary design. Assessments are being made on the current marina. Part of this assessment requires divers to perform underwater inspections of the marina structure. Cumberland Falls State Resort Park will be evaluated by consultants for guest room renovations. Upgrades to the lodge common areas will be reviewed. The reconfiguration of guest rooms is in design with construction scheduled to start early in 2026. Wastewater treatment plant upgrades will continue with the wastewater plants that needed them but were not included in previous rounds of funding based on priority. The plants at Dale Hollow and Blue Lick State Resort Parks will be renovated and replaced. The utility infrastructure replacement phase 2 will include electrical projects that coincide with the grid resiliency grant at Kentucky Dam Village and Ken Lake State Resort Parks. Additional unplanned critical infrastructure projects are also being addressed. Again, I want to thank you for your time here today, especially the Energy and Environment Cabinet and West Kentucky Rural Electric Co-op, as well as local county and city governments that we are partnering with on these projects. Parks Facilities Management Division is managing 284 more capital projects outside of these, totaling almost $70 million. In addition to the projects we discussed today, many of these are internal Parks Facilities Management projects, while others are being managed alongside the Finance Cabinet. Open up for questions at this time.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Yes, sir.
Representative McPherson.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so thank you. You know, we've been coming last 2 or 3 years since we've been appropriating the money and looking for a good detailed list, and I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
It's a good
Absolutely.
detailed list of work. I do have a question, and I know once you get a list, there'll be something that's not on the list, and it becomes somebody's next priority, of course, because just when you see it on the list, it's hopefully being taken care of.
We find that every time we go to a park.
Exactly. Lake Barkley, utilities there. What's the, have any, looks like they've been out of electricity for quite a few times in the last year or so.
Yeah, I believe I noted when we first met on that, Kentucky Dam 2 years ago was out close to 100 days
Yeah, I think
in
it was.
that year. So all 3 of our parks down there are have struggled, and this is much needed, anticipated monies to address these situations at those parks, and they are being addressed and will be addressed. And we started that monies with Ken Lake and KDV, as KDV was of utmost importance, and we're moving to Lake Barkley now. As you know, that state park, that resort was shut down right after Labor Day to do all these renovations. You know, the utility grid, and you know, we look at the utility monies that we have, and you know, there's a lot of water and sewer projects out there. There's electric grid projects, and you know, I'll never forget when I first became commissioner, the RECC, West Kentucky RECC wanted to sit down with me and talk to me about, you know, what's going on. And you know, I didn't have any recollection of it, but I asked them, I said, State, statewide, where are we with our renovations there, and what our what our responsibility is to get these up to date. And they threw a number out about 15-20 million. Well, it's a whole lot more than that once we dive into it and start talking about it. But we appreciate it. This is our utilities, our infrastructure, with anything we do, with our state parks, with.
So it looks like House Bill 6, if I may, Mr. Chairman. Yeah. House Bill 6 looked like the first line item was $45 million for utilities. Is that right? And so
broke out into two different years.
Correct. It looks like you've appropriated about $20 million, and
that's right.
so you've got about, you say, 14 places where we are responsible, where we own
You're
around the state.
exactly right.
And so, is there any thought process? And I know we've had some discussion about once these are up to grade and able to be, could they be sold or rededicated back to some other utility, the utility company in that area, so that we're no longer responsible for keeping that up?
I think that's a great idea.
Can it work?
Yeah, I feel like it can.
Yeah.
But we have to bring them up.
No, you got to bring them up to standards.
standards.
The poles have to be. You got to
Absolutely.
get everything off the ground. You've got to get it out of the water. You've got to get
Yeah,
it.
we've got in some of our parks. I mean, there's 70% pole replacement.
Right. Yeah. And just write it off. Yeah.
Just bad.
Yeah.
It's bad.
So I appreciate the good list, and thank you for digging into and giving a detailed update, and I appreciate this. All I'd say is just let's get it done.
That's right. Representative, I appreciate that question. I appreciate your concern, or everybody's concern, for any of our projects, and that one was one of the most important ones when we started asking for monies, was our utility infrastructure portion of these appropriations. So thank you so much.
Thank you for your comment.
Senator Wheeler.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you, Commissioner, for this presentation. It's been very informative, and I want to commend you for the job that you're doing to really get our parks back up to speed, and working together with us to make these investments. Is there any way? I mean, I know you've kind of shown us several things in the slides today about some specifics. Do you have maybe some type of detailed list that you could provide to the committee of exactly what investments have been made since last session, and dollar amounts and those types of things?
Yeah, I've got this. We present this on a quarterly basis.
Okay.
Over here. So, as I said, we're.
Okay.
I'm sure leadership has this, or
Okay.
the committees of the appropriations
All right.
has that. But if whatever you need, we can get to you. If
All right.
you
Appreciate
just
that,
stop by after this, and we can get that for you. It's very informative. It shows progress of all of our projects. These are your projects, and we have a very transparent, informative spreadsheet on that right here. So.
All right.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you so
Thank
very
you.
much.
Yes, sir.
Senator Wheeler, I do have a copy of that, and I'll forward it to all the.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Any other questions from the committee? I got a couple questions, Commissioner. First of all, thank you for making the parks available, not only in 22 flood, but the 25 flood that we had this past spring, letting folks stay in the parks, Buckhorn Lodge and different places. So I thank you for that. And thank you for this list that you all put together. I know it was a lot of work, but I appreciate it. I think that helps us all understand where we're at. As far as projects go, if there's damage or something that needs to be repaired at a state park, what's the process? The park manager contacts the Division of Parks, Department of Parks, reports we need a roof on our building.
Park manager will generally be in touch. We have regional directors, 5 regional directors, and our state is broke up into 5 different regions for
Right.
parks. And they go to the regional director, and then the regional director will come to our facilities director, Mike Swatzina and Mike Hammond, which are here today, and Mark Keelan, who is our director of parks. So.
And then do they go out to the park assess the damage, and look at it, and then do you go ahead and go through the process of determining what the cost would be to fix that particular project?
Right.
And then is it turned on up to you all in the upper part?
It's turned on up to us, and we keep a list. We have a list of projects that we can afford to do, and there's a list. So it's kind of like I guess you can call it the 6-year transportation plan of what you
that's
what you do. But it's a list. But our capital request in our budget for facilities maintenance is of utmost importance to Kentucky State Parks and the future of Kentucky State Parks. That is what gets what you're talking about done.
And what will be the request from the Department of Parks for a budget request for the coming budget?
It's $20 million is what we have received over the biennium, and we passionately look at these lists of our capital projects, and we are requesting $40 million this upcoming budget session to be able to give us the ability to go out and take care of our parks. As you know, a lot of these maintenance issues are coming up. You can walk, as I said earlier in this presentation, all you have to do is show up at a park and we can find a lot of projects, as you know.
Right.
But this will help us set parks up for success for the future, that funding mechanism, part of the budget.
So of all the funding that was appropriated in the last budget year, has all that money been appropriated to be used and spent, or do you have money left over that you're waiting to get estimates back on or project list to get back on?
It was spent when we got started. I mean, basically, we've got a running list, and we can go through that with you. We'd love to have that opportunity.
Yeah. Okay.
To sit down and take a look at what we're staring at every day,
right,
and would love to show you.
I guess my question would be, so if your ask was $40 million this coming budget cycle, would you be able to spend and get those projects completed? The money that's being spent right now,
100%.
You'll have these spent or appropriated to finish projects.
Yes.
Before this new $40 million would be appropriated.
Absolutely. We've got that $20 million is spent, and I'm just, you look at, take golf, for instance. Just the money that we spend in our golf courses and the ROI that we're getting on our golf courses. They are proving every day very competitive out there in the market and doing extremely well. The bunker renovation, the greens renovation, the irrigation renovation, we're able to keep our golf courses in top-notch shape, and that has proven if we go in and we put this reinvestment money, the $40 million, back into parks in the biennium budget, you're going to see an ROI on that, no doubt about it. We're going to be able to make progress. We're going to be able to set our parks up for success. We'll be able to get the projects out, completed, and happy customers, and set our parks up for success. It's what we need.
Yes,
it's what we have to survive.
And that's what we want. We want to see our parks used by a lot of people from outside of Kentucky. Any other questions? All right, thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you.
We do have a quorum now, I think. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes from the August meeting? Have first and second. All in favor? All right. Also, Senator Smith wanted me to just express his regrets for not being here today. He's speaking at a Kentucky Oil and Gas Association meeting to honor Mr. Kinzer that passed away just a little while ago. All right. Next meeting is October the 15th. And until then,